Yo! Yeah, I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. I'm looking into my mic. It's a new camera. It's a whole new setup. Hope this works out. Oh, it's so weird now I can like look at myself in the camera. Anyway, I want to review the Lighthouse. I recently saw the Lighthouse, Dolomite. Um, I tried to review Joker a few times, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out either. But yeah, I saw the Lighthouse. What did I say? I see it recently. I feel like I've seen something else too, but I'm gonna review The Irishman probably tomorrow too when I get off work because it comes on. I think Netflix is gonna have it tonight. But anyway, I want to review The Lighthouse. Shit, I don't even know where to start. The Lighthouse came out recently. It's with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. It's about two lighthouse keepers who were dropped off on the docks and have to, well, not the docks, but they have to keep the lighthouse in tip top fashion, and it's only those two, and then they're supposed to be there for a few weeks, and then they get back on the boat and proceed with their normal lives. That's like that's me trying to explain the plot in a nutshell, but it really isn't that simplistic. I mean, this is about as David Lynch as possible. But even then, though, this movie to me is even more wild than most of Lynch's films. I mean, hands down, the most original movie I have seen in the theaters ever. Ever. The shit is wild. I mean, there's so much thrown at you. There's so much Greek mythology in the movie, entwined in the movie. It's shot like a 1930s, 1940s horror movie with the music, the feel of it. It's lovely black and white. Cinematography is mwah. The acting, particularly with Robert Pattinson, with some of the controversy being cast as Batman. Man, him and Willem Dafoe off of each other, great chemistry. They're so amazing in this movie. Pattinson constantly keeps you guessing. He's going through a flurry of emotions throughout this whole process, throughout the journey. All of it is played so well, it doesn't feel like acting. At one point, I was so sucked into the movie because I was just like, yeah, that's his character's name. That's Winslow, you know, and forgot Willem Dafoe's character's name, but I just totally bought into it at one point. I mean, of course it's great acting, but I mean, you're so you're so engrossed into the world. You're so mesmerized by the world. Director does such a great job in setting the tone. Robert Eggers is the director. I forgot the cinematographer's name. I should probably look that up. But Robert Eggers, man, The Witch to me, I've seen that movie about 4 times. It's a masterpiece from start to end. It's a masterpiece, like flat out brilliant, masterful, just poetic, cathartic. It's so just eerie and real. You know, it's so honest. There's no Hollywood glamorized, like none of that. You know what I mean? The acting is tip top, but the writing is so tight. The editing is the editing is so good. The editing's so good. The pacing is so, you know, just man. The Witch was amazing. I'm not trying to review The Witch. I'm just telling you that this guy's first movie was already impressive, and with the second movie, I think it's established that we have another caliber director. We definitely have another household name. And Robert Eggers, man, that guy, he's going to be, I don't know, you want to say David Lynch, but you're going to have to put him up there with them greats, man, because he's on his way. He's definitely on his way. For a second film, this is flat out incredible and left field almost. Came across an article that was talking about compared The Witch to like being his Robert Eggers' feminine film, and then this movie being super masculine, which I thought was pretty interesting itself. Oh god, I'm rambling again, but trying to get back to focus, man. Willem Dafoe's performance in the movie alongside Robert Pattinson, man, is hilarious, creepy, and just so genuine. He probably would make the best Joker of all time based on his unpredictable nature. The voice. If any other actor had made that voice and made the choices that he made in this movie, it would look like a walking meme. It would look like a joke. But when Willem Dafoe is in the movie, you just accept it. You accept his craziness. You accept him being grossly, like literally farting like all the time. You accept his drunk behavior. You accept his his need to want to be vulnerable. His commanding. His like just irritating. Like annoying. Like you just totally buy it. You don't see Willem Dafoe. You see the character. These guys do a tremendous job, man, carrying this film. It's a hell of a ride. It is nothing like I've ever seen before, and I can confidently say that, yeah, I think it's a masterpiece. I've had to sit with this film for a while now, and it's a masterpiece. I think it's a masterpiece from start to finish. I don't think I'm in love with it, but I do acknowledge the technical aspects, and I do acknowledge what this is how a weird ass film should look. If you're gonna make a weird ass indie film, this is how it should look. And yeah, man, it's phenomenal. It's just phenomenal work. These are all watching this movie is watching artists at the top of their game deliver, and they delivered. Trust me, they delivered, man. The music, the lighting, just everything about it, man. Cause they killed it, and Robert Eggers, his camera work, so deliberate. It never calls attention to itself. It just puts you in the world and forces you to see the most uncomfortable things that you don't want to. He never draws attention to himself with the camera, which to me is another trait of a great director. There's nothing wrong with being flashy. Ryan Coogler's he might just be my favorite director, and I love when he has his one-take flashy moments, but Robert Eggers is a different kind of beast in the sense that, man, listen, you never are aware that there's a camera watching these characters. You feel as almost like you're not supposed to see the characters. You're not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to witness the chaos that these guys go through. And yeah, this film is wild. I recommend probably to like two people maybe, but this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But this is definitely, as far as weird ass, scary ass, crazy ass movies go, this is definitely a 10 out of 10, bro. I can't hate on that. It's 10 out of 10. How do I